What's going on, good people? It's your friendly neighborhood Sith Lord, Darth Kimchi. You guys see the thumbnail? So you got SK. Congratulations. Star Killer is an amazing must-have tune. The way GAC is nowadays, there is not enough time to build enough galactic legends. We are always undermanned. We face people with multiple galactic legends more than we have. So it's very important for your roster to build non-galactic legend teams that take out galactic legends. Enter Starkiller. With one of his prerequisites, Mara Jade, and with Palpatine, you can take out galactic legend Rey. People ask me all the time, what should I work on? I used to do a lot of roster views. So galactic legend, pick one. Work on it. Then you should also work on a solo journey. For an example, I'm working on Jedi Knight Cal Kestis prerequisites and finishing off Lord Vader at the same time. So Starkiller, like I said, is an amazing tune. With his prerequisites, Kyle Katarn, Milkman, you make your Mon Mothma team better. Darth Talon just elevates your Sith. And then Mara Jade, it is amazing all on her own. I will do a separate show on what to do with Mara Jade, Starkiller, and Palpatine. But let's go ahead and do DASH RENDAR. Let's go ahead and go to the roster. All right. Let's pull up my roster. And you guys know I love Star Wars Galaxy Heroes banter. Definitely comment below. Let me know what you're doing with your DASH RENDAR. All right. So here's the squads right here. So this is the main team that I focus with was DASH RENDAR, Boba Fett, Vandor, Quill, and IG-11, some other comps that I have here. So first off, let's get DASH RENDAR on the board. So of course, he's got the best haircut in all of Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. We'll start with that right there. All right, so basically, he is the main person to the squad. So let's kind of go over a couple of things. His lead ability. Scoundrel allies enter the battle prepared. They're always prepared. And prepared allies gain an additional bonus based on their role, doubled for light side scoundrels. Whenever a scoundrel ally gains prepared, they gain critical damage up and offense up for one turn. They're doing some damage. Attackers, tank, support, and healer. So of course he gains 20 speed, so does Quill. Attackers are getting 30% critical damage if they're light side. Let's go look at his Omicron. So while in Grand Arena, if any ally loses prepared, they gain prepared. They are always prepared. All right, so a couple things we're going to look at. Hot Shot. Scoundrel allies gain 20% max health, 20% potency, and 20% offense. They are doing some massive damage. Whenever a prepared ally scores a critical hit, all prepared allies gain 2% turn meter. So this is where I love the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community. I learned so much from everybody. Let's talk about that turn meter. So right here in opening seeker missiles is why you want DASH RENDAR super fast and to go first. Deal physical damage 3 times to all enemies. So let's say 5v5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 10% turn meter for just one time. So is that 30% turn meter that they are getting? That's insane. So the first instance of damage dispels stealth and dazes for 2 turns. Can't be evaded or resisted. That's beautiful. So stops Wampa right there. The second instance of damage inflicts defense down for 2 turns. And the third instance of damage inflicts critical damage down. Like I said, can't be evaded or resisted. That's amazing. So Fearless Advance. This is why you need damage dealers. Deal physical damage 3 times to target enemy. For each critical hit, call another random prepared ally to assist, dealing 75% less damage. That's terrible, but they do a lot of damage. All right, stop right there is great as well, because you dispel all buffs, and then you stun them for 1 turn. This attack deals 20% more damage for each buff dispelled. So it has a chance to do a lot of damage. So of course, he's a damage dealer, but you want him to be super fast. So speed mods is what's highly recommended. 4 speed mods, 2 critical chance. You want him to crit. So on mods, it is a straight speed build for me. 24 speed, 24 speed. Look at this crappy offense, crit chance. Now I would roll this more, but the speed is maxed out. I would have to get this to gold to be able to calibrate that to try to get the speed to move more. And then here, you've got 24 speed, offense. Here, you've got offense. He is a damage dealer. You've got to put offense percentage here on the primary. You want him to do a lot of damage, especially the opening blow with seeker missiles. So 25 speed, crit chance. Here, I'm a big believer in critical damage with offense percentage in the secondary, but it doesn't have it. This is an old school mod that now I cannot get away from because of the 26 speed. But I'll take the critical damage. Up here, speed, offense percentage. No critical chance, but I think his threshold of where he's at is pretty good. So right here, health protection, speed, we'll talk about that in a second. Critical damage. Damage 6272. It does scale up with this kit, especially with Quill as well. Critical chance, he's way over 100%. All right. So speed-wise, 365. That's a 385 speed Dash Rendar. He has got to be that fast. I do a lot of roster reviews to people who have Star Killer and they have Dash Rendar, and he is super slow. That is a huge mistake. So as far as speed-wise, you know, there's not much that's going to catch up to Dash Rendar. We're trying to build teams that your opponent has to pull a Galactic Legend. There has been several times where my opponents use a Galactic Legend because, you know, there's things like Mara Jade, which a lot of people put Mara Jade on defense. Mara Jade is super fast. You know, Dr. Afra, a lot of people don't have. She's going to go first. So not many teams are going to be able to catch Dash Rendar. Now, of course, there could be a Rex. A lot of people are slowing Rex down to move his mods on. So typical fast Rex 320 maybe. You guys comment below. Let me know how fast your Rex is. Mine's 325 speed. So plus 20% in 5v5. 384 speed Rex. Mine's 385. If Rex goes first, it's not going to work. So Dash Rendar should be super, super fast. He should be one of your first not first, but one of your 5 fastest tunes that are non-Galactic Legends. Got to get him super quick. Highly recommend 4 speed, 2 critical chance. You could do 2 health. That's what my great buddy Nemesis has. He has the fastest Dash Rendar that I've seen. His base speed's like 373. That's ridiculous. That's how fast you need to get him. I will get him to 370. So that's Dash Rendar. His kit is amazing. Supercharges Scoundrels. So now you can see, okay, you know, what kind of Scoundrels would I want to put him with? Let's go ahead and pull this team up on the board. Let's do Scoundrels. Not many Scoundrels that are light side that are out there. So you're not putting Cat with them. Hondo, we'll talk about that in a second. These are all dark side. You know, Bounty Hunters is an amazing must-have team. We'll talk about Nest. Han, of course, you're using those with CLS. This is with Sana. Not using them with Bounty Hunters, with Sana, Bounty Hunters. Not much to use. I'm going to talk about Veteran Han. You know, not much you're going to put with them. Beskar Mando will talk about it. You're not going to put Bo-Katan. She's terrible. She dazes as well. You want damage dealers. Lando, my great buddy Anitesh Ordo did a show on tunes that need to be reworked in 2024, and he talked about Lando. I highly agree. Lando's hot trash. You can't really use him with him. And then the rest, you're not going to do. You know, you don't want another tank. Yes, another tank would be great, but you need damage dealers. You can't just leave it to Dash Rendar. So you're not using anybody else. All right, let's go ahead and confirm that squad. So talk about a little bit. So depending on where you are in your Star Wars Galaxy Heroes grind, you could possibly have Executor in an R8 Boba Fett doing nasty damage. You'll also have Beskar Mando. He's not one of the prerequisites, but the ship is. So of course, got to have Beskar Mando. You have an R5 Beskar Mando, R8. That would be fantastic. You need a second damage dealer. Because of Dash Rendar and his basic, where they all assist, well, you know, 3 of them will assist. Boba Fett does assist. He does double tap on his basic. So the good thing of Boba Fett is that he does a lot of damage. I've moved his mod to Veteran Smuggler. I truly believe he needs a rework in 2024. He's so iconic. It is Boba Fett. And he's still like being forgotten about. Now the great thing with him, Death from Above, it does inflict ability block on the selected target for 2 turns with an 80% chance of inflicting ability block. So you want a lot of potency on Boba Fett. So his execute is great, but when he's on defense, my squad is used for defense, it does hit really hard. So Boba Fett could really be used, but he is a dark side scoundrel. All right. So next we'll talk about Vandor. A lot of people probably won't build Vandor. Tunes like Nest, Vandor are like unicorns because the chase is for Galactic Legends and the latest greatest thing out there. So people probably won't build Vandor, but I had them like Gear 12++. I'm going to just finish them off. So of course, you know, R6 is great. You know, talking about relic levels, Dash should be R8, even R9, because he is your damage dealer, but these materials are so hard to come by, we all know. Like this right here is just hard to build right here. So, of course, he'll get there. I'll definitely get him there. All right, so back to Vandor. He's great because of Ferocious Protector. Basically, without making this show longer than it needs to be, when he is prepared, he starts to revive allies at 60% health. When another light side scoundrel ally is defeated, revive that ally at 60% health if Chewbacca is prepared. And he's always prepared. So you want lots of health, lots of tenacity on him. You want to keep him buff, not debuff. So lots of health, lots of tenacity. All right, next, Quill. So Quill, of course, should also be very high relic. When you get to a certain point in your roster, like when you get to Kyber, like I said, I'm in Kyber 2. I only have 2 Galactic Legends. You've got to have R5 is minimum. You can't be less than R5. You can't be in Kyber with an R3 Quill, R5. Yes, R7 would be great because he shares his stats. So he's going to use I Have Spoken as his first turn. So of course you would think they would save that, but the AI doesn't. Scoundrel allies gain 25% turn meter. And then, of course, Scoundrels gain 40% critical damage and defense penetration. They are doing massive damage. And then Frontier Wisdom. At the start of the battle, other droid and Scoundrel allies gain 40% of Quill's max health, offense, potency, and they gain 40% of Quill's max protection the first time he's defeated. So it is very, very important, of course, to have him very well modded. High relics would be great, and he should be super fast as well. Remember, he's getting 20 speed from Dash Rendar lead, so he's at 340 speed. I feel like he is great for where I have him. 340 is super quick, especially with all the turn meter gain from the opening blows from Seeker missiles. So I'm saving materials to work on other tunes to speed them up. For example, this one right here. It's at 2 rolls of 12 speed. Of course, I can work on it. I can enhance it, but I believe like where he is at is totally fine. I can work on other tunes. Next, of course, IG-11, you want lots of health. It turns into protection. He is your tank. 141,000 health. Like I said, he's the tank. Only thing I hate about IG-11 is I don't think he should lose his taunt. So easy. Like something to where if you hit someone and they critically hit them, he should taunt again. There are other tanks that have better kits than IG-11, but he's a scoundrel and he's light side. So that is a great team right there. And like I said, you guys know I love Star Wars Galaxy's banter. Definitely comment below. We are all here to learn together. I learned so much from the Star Wars Galaxy's community. So thank you all for watching my shows and commenting. I love comments. All right, next is D2. So I used to use Hondo and Enfys Nest in there. I used to. But now I do not because I watched Arnold's video. Where Hondo, he used a taunting tank. Hondo does the kiss to the tank. They just take out the tank and Hondo just disappears from the battle. Yes, there are other times where I've left Hondo in there and they kill everyone else. He's the last person standing and I get 2 holds. But Hondo's so easy taken out by hot trash afterwards. So I took him out of there. Enfys Nest is great as well, but with the way that you have her modded to solo or duo with Kira Lee, I just did a show on Enfys Nest. Kira Lee with Enfys Nest is amazing. I have used that duo so every single Grand Arena. I have used Enfys Nest. R7 is critical. R8 would even be great, but like we all know, materials are hard to come by. So of course, with Scoundrels, she's not really that great stats-wise because I have her meant to solo or duo. So health, of course, you should be around 80,000, 85,000. Speed, she's super slow. But tenacity, 176%. Still needs to be around 180. But that's how she's kind of modded for soloing, duoing, even 3 people with Hondo. Not Hondo, excuse me. Hermit Yoda, excuse me. So Enfys Nest, her basic is great because it does remove buffs, but I took Enfys Nest out of there. She is so much better for offense with Hondo. Hondo needs like 2 other tunes to supercharge him, but I like them on offense. So, of course, like I said, you're not removing Quill, you're not removing IG-11. They are meant to be with Dash Rendar. You need damage dealers. So no second tank like, what was the one? The other tank, the other scoundrel with the, You know what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Do I gotta bring it up? All right, hold on a second. Oh my goodness. No other tank. What is it, L3? L3, right? Yes, L3. A lot of people use L3. You know, L3 relic would be great, but there's not enough damage going on, so I don't like L3. All right, so another one that I'm thinking about is this one right here. So I bought the SLKR pack. You know, packs like that, you've got to buy them. So you get Veteran Smuggler Han. Remember, you need damage dealers. He is a massive damage dealer. Now, of course, Veteran Smuggler Chewbacca's not in there, but he still does massive damage. So can I try that? Is just like Boba Fett. Deal physical damage to all enemies. Stun the primary target for 1 turn. And inflict ability block on all enemies for 1 turn. So I think a little bit better than Boba Fett. This does massive, massive damage. And then if he is assisting Dash Rendar on his basic, I have tested this out. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 50% chance, but the chance is doubled, 100% chance if the target is debuffed. You know, with Dash, a lot of debuffs. Han inflicts stagger. You know, we all know Conquest is terrible. You need stagger tunes. Inflicts stagger for 2 turns when he attacks again. So he double taps. Each hit is like 60,000 damage. That's 120,000 damage coming from Veteran Smuggler Han. That is amazing. So he now has Boba Fett's mods. I'll show you kind of a little bit of stats. Speed 271, a little bit faster than Boba Fett as well. Critical damage, 60-100% damage, but doing a lot of damage from the kit from Quill and Dash Rendar. So I think he is going to be amazing with Dash Rendar, you know, R6, R7, if I get to that point. Now, this is why I love the Star Wars Galaxy community and SWGOH banter. You guys let me know. If you guys have those nasty executors, some people have an R8, R9, Beskar Mando. Please, somebody let me know. Does tickling birds actually turn into whistling birds? Yes, I know. I'm probably one of the only people who don't have a relic, Beskar Mando, but he just, to me, trash. He just, yes, Wonder of the Force is amazing for damage immunity, but still, there's no other damage dealer. Yes, you're going to protect, you know, 2 other tunes, you know, support, tank, but you need damage dealers. You can't leave all the work to Dash Rendar. That's why I love Veteran Smuggler Han, or if you guys have a nasty Boba Fett, I'd highly recommend that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think Dash Rendar is an amazing team. I put a super heavy defense. So the things that are used against Dash, so I have the names up here. Rex, Gas in the 501st. When you get to a high point in GAC like I do, your opponents are not going to use a Gas, CLS on defense. They're saving that for offense. So Rex. Since I put CLS and Gas on defense, they don't use CLS for my Rex. They use it for something different. So Mara J can catch up to it. A Galactic Legend. This is an amazing, amazing squad. So definitely highly recommend you mod Dash Rendar a little bit better. Put some great tunes with them. I hope this video helped you guys. If you enjoyed it, blast the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I always say, respect the grind. Keep on sithing. And until next video, Darth Kimchi signing out.